Hello, friends. So the question today, the question du jour, as my old friend Jeffrey would say, is, are some people destined from birth to never be able to think for themselves in opposition to the majority? Are some people simply hardwired from a young age, from birth, to never have the capacity to think a thought that goes against either their conditioning or what the hive mind thinks? That's the question, and I posted this question to the Conspiracy No Poll subreddit, and somebody put forward the idea that there is a correlation between blood type and people's ability to see. So I want to show you that right now. If you are short of time, by the way, because we've got a lot to talk about in this video, if you are short of time, the most important thing you need to know about is that the Late Night Truth Lounge from a few nights ago is available right now in MP3 format. I took the stream, it's 2 hours, and I took the time to rip it to audio and then balance the audio and make it all sound nice and smooth and get rid of the dead air. And it's available to stream or download right now. In that episode, we spoke about this question of, are we living in the end times, you might recall. So what I'm going to do is, with your responses to this video, I'm going to make another Late Night Truth Lounge. So just as with the last Late Night Truth Lounge, I took your responses to the video and to the subreddit post. I'm going to do the same thing with this topic. And this topic, so that was the end times. If you want to access that, there'll be a link somewhere in the show notes, or just go to johnlebon.com. This one is available for free, 2 hours podcast, where I respond to your comments and your thoughts, and I give my thoughts on your thoughts, and I play some clips and we have some fun. So that was the previous one. Now we're doing a new one. The new question is, can the average person actually ever think for themselves apart from, that is, separate from, can they think thoughts that go against their conditioning or what the hive mind thinks? Because some people are like, oh, JLB, anyone can wake up, you just have to give them a chance. And I'm like, what is your evidence for this absurd, outrageous, ridiculous claim? Where have you seen people just go from being totally normal and believing whatever the TV says to suddenly thinking for themselves? When have you ever seen that in your whole life? So, like I said, if you want to go and check out the previous Late Night Truth Lounge, that's available in MP3 format. Now we need to get your responses for my next Late Night Truth Lounge, which is, do normal people ever really wake up, or only people who've always been different? That's the question. The people who wake up, maybe you think you've woken up, but were you different all along? That's my question for you. I want your honest answer in the comment section below. Were you always different? Even when you were a kid, were you different? Were you a different kind of person? Did you ask more questions? Did you read more books? Did you spend more time contemplating things and then going and saying, hey, why is it this way? Why is it that way? Do we have to do it that way? Were you different from the other kids? Probably, I'm going to guess that you were, actually. Probably, I'm going to guess that you were different even when you were a child. That's my guess. But I could be wrong about that. So let me know in the comment section below. So there's already a ton of responses here. Let me just show you one. I'm going to respond to the rest of these for the Late Night Truth Lounge at some point. But somebody said something about blood types. And I was like, that's very interesting. Now, where, you know what, I'm going to search for it. It's somewhere in here. If I go to, here we go, Ruggerman. Oh, that's right. He had the top response in the previous thread as well. So he says, it's definitely nature, not nurture. Let's zoom in for those of you who are watching at home. He says it's definitely nature, not nurture. However, I do think there are some normies who are kind of on the fence and can be enlightened, but it's only a very small percentage of them. He says, JLB, you can continue to unravel this onion by asking the percentage of us woke individuals what their blood types are and what the origins of their bloodlines are. My guess is that in the woke community, he means, the awake, the truther community, that there's a much higher percentage of O negative blood types or negative rhesus blood types in general. Something to do with the Caspian Sea countries. Interesting. Now, I don't want you guys to post your blood types in the comment section below. Please don't do that. For various reasons, I'd prefer you didn't do that. What I do want you to do is to let me know, do you think that all people, or mostly all people, are capable of waking up, and then it's just a matter of if this thing happens or if this thing happens? it's a matter of chance or circumstance that they start to question things? Or do you think some people, from the day they were born, it was hopeless? Or maybe do you think when they were born there was a chance, but then it was the radiation and the mutilation and the VACC, ionation, etc., that by the time they were 5 or 6 or 7 there was no chance? What do you think? I want your opinions in the comment section below. I'm going to read your comments for the next Late Night Truth Lounge. Now here's the point I was making in my OP when I started this thread, which by the way, I'll put a link to this thread as well if you want to go and leave your comments on the Reddit thread. You can leave your comments here or on the subreddit. The subreddit's probably better because you'll get better responses. It's more active there. But if you just want to leave your comment for me to respond, you can just leave it on this video in the comment section below. Anyhow, I made this point that some people, they see this image of the lunar lander, and what do they see? I think most people see, and I'm going to show you the image in a second, an advanced scientific invention which took men to the moon. But other people see a comical charade, a joke, a giant live-action role play that people think was being serious. Now, this is the image I'm talking about, folks. This is it. If you show this image to the regular person, and they could be very otherwise clever and intelligent, they could be professionally successful, they could be an accountant or a doctor, or they could run, they could be managing 20 people in some kind of IT company. Okay, so these are successful people, and they're generally well reimbursed for their time in their professional fields, and they've got university degrees or college degrees. They're very smart people, and you show them this. And you know what they see? They see an advanced device, advanced for its time, 1969, 1970s. They see an advanced contraption that took men to the moon, housed them there for about a day, and then got them back, helped get them back to Earth. That's what they see when they see this. Otherwise intelligent, clever people. I'm telling you, it's true. That's what they see. But then there are other people, you can show them this, and they're like, well, hold on. Why does it look like it's made out of aluminium foil and, art paper that you'd find in a kid's classroom? And are these plastic funnels from somebody's kitchen? Is this from the local supermarket? Just plastic funnels? And how come it's all bent like it's paper? And this is a very dodgy. This looks like something that kids would put together if you gave them a big budget. And you said, okay, kids, for this semester, we're going to work as a team and build a lunar lander. And we've got a big budget. Okay, so we're not just doing glue and connect the dots this year. No, this year we're going to build a lunar lander, and we can buy all of the crepe paper, all of the aluminium foil that we need. The teachers will help you. We've got some, these are like broomstick handles, for Christ's sakes. We're going to get all of this stuff, and we can make our own lunar lander. And that'll be our project for the year here at school. Okay? So that's what some people see. Some people see, when they look at this, a joke, a charade. So my question for you is, why? Why do some people see an advanced contraption that went all the way to the moon? They're like, whoa, look at this. This is amazing. People went all the way to the moon with this. Wow. And then other people are like, that's the thing this is it? This is the thing? No, this is John LeBon's, JLB's joking with us. He's got a fake photo. I see what JLB's doing. He's got a fake photo of a lunar lander. He's pretending it's the real lunar lander so he can mock. He's doing a straw man. And then when they find out this is literally straight from NASA, this image, okay? Straight from NASA, and then it's uploaded. It's one of the main images that they show for lunar lander on the Wikipedia page, okay? This is the official thing, you see. So the question again becomes, why do some people see that this is a joke and other people do not see that this is a joke? Is it because of blood types? Is it because of radiation in the womb? Mutilation soon after birth for the males? Is it because of what people are fed? What is it? Or are some people never, from the day they're born, never had a chance because we live in a realm where not all people are necessarily created the same? Now, on that note, if you're willing to go down that kind of rabbit hole about how people are affected by their childhoods and what kind of realm are we living in what is this place really? I've got some good news for you. There's another podcast waiting for you. The latest Bonversation with Reality Skeptic. And the topic, and this is available right now at bonversations.com. You can go and check it out. The topics include how much of our personality is permanently shaped by childhood events and experiences. Why do some people realize the TV is lying, whereas most folks spend their lives with no chance? And is there a better explanation for the coincidences we see? Is there a better explanation than just predictive programming? Those are some of the topics that come up. This one was recorded and published less than 36 hours ago. Go and check it out. I think you'll like it. So there's 2 podcasts waiting for you. One is the Late Night Truth Lounge. You can find that at johnlebon.com. That's 2 hours, available publicly to stream or download via Podbean. And this one is the Bonversation. This is a 3-hour Bonversation. The first hour, the most important hour, is also available via Podbean publicly. Find that at bonversations.com. So there's lots of content waiting for you. And I'm going to produce another Late Night Truth Lounge, probably on Wednesday. I'm not sure what day. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. And I'm going to be reading out your comments from either this subreddit, Conspiracy No Poll, where I posted this thread 9 hours ago, or from the comments section below. I want your opinions, guys. And I want your serious opinions. And remember, I can't read out everybody's comments every time. There's not enough time to do that. So I'll be more likely to read out and reply to if you care about your comment appearing. Maybe you don't care if your comment appears in a show, that's great. But if you do want to see your comment appear, then be thoughtful. Don't just say what your opinion is. Explain why that's your opinion. Explain what is your evidence. Maybe explain how you came to that opinion from a previous... Whatever, be thoughtful. And I will try to get your comments in the next Late Night Truth Lounge. So, one more thing I want to show you. I've got this idea that actually the so-called truth movement is full of complete morons. Absolute morons, buffoons, fools, stooges, clowns, and charlatans. The whole lot, the whole gamut. There are some very smart people here, folks. There are some very smart people here, make no mistake. But there's also a lot of damn fools. So this is my handy-dandy visual representation of the situation on the question of, did people go to the moon? Now, there are some people who are like, oh, they faked the moon landing to beat Russia. It was a space race. And it was filmed by my Stanley Kubricks. Okay, there are people who... And this scene is full of these people, guys. Remember, I've been here for 10 years. I've seen it all. And this scene is full of those kinds of people. Now, they might say something that is correct. For example, the moon landing has never happened. They might say that. But if you ask them why they believe that, if you ask them for their reasoning, my God in heaven, it's a sad state of affairs, Jerry. It really is. Then you've got the people in the middle of the bell curve. Of course, this is a bell curve which is meant to roughly approximate the distribution of people's intelligence across the population. Roughly. In the middle of the bell curve, you've got the midwits, and they say, we went to the moon. JLB, we went to the moon. We went to the moon. And I say, who's we? And he's like, us, humans, we did it. They're very proud. They're very proud of this achievement of humans going to the moon. Like it's one of their favourite things that they've ever done, was going to the moon. We went to the moon, they say. And I'm like, why do you believe that? Well, because firstly, I went to school. Didn't you go to school, JLP? You must not have gone to school if you don't believe we went to the moon. I'm like, no, I just want some evidence, bro. Why do you believe that humans walked on that thing that's up there right now? And they're like, well, if they didn't go, how come we can reflect lasers off the moon? And again, I'm like, okay, I've never reflected a laser off the moon. What the hell are you talking about? Well, it's on Mythbusters. If man didn't go to the moon, how come on Mythbusters they could reflect a laser off the moon? I'd explain that. These people, this is the majority of humans, you understand. And some of these people are successful in their chosen fields of work. Like I said, accountants, doctors, middle managers at various corporate and public sector companies. Just like that. Yes, indeed. And then you've got the people on the other side, yes. Now, I might prefer to believe that most people who are on my channel and leave comments are like this. And you probably want to believe that most of the people who agree with you about the moon landings or different so-called conspiracy theories that they're thoughtful people, they're intelligent, they've got their own opinions, they think for themselves. You might want to believe that, but in fact, my friends, I'm here to tell you, and I've been here for 10 years. Remember, I was sent by my CIAs to destroy my truth movements 10 years ago, and I was sent to observe and document everything that I witnessed, and the questions and the answers and everything. I was sent to destroy the truth movement by my CIA. 10 years is a long time, folks. I've learned a lot. Okay? I've learned an awful lot in that time. And one of the things I've learned is that the majority of people, even if they seem like they're right about certain topics, they didn't think that for themselves. They're just parroting what they've heard from somebody else. Up to and including topics that we can't even talk about here, because we're on YouTube right now. So the point I'm trying to make to you is, I believe that there are people like this who watch my channel, they hate watch me, and they despise me. They watch me, they enjoy watching me, and they hate me. And they would, if I was to fail, if something was to go wrong with my life, they'd be so happy. They really would. And you know what? Good luck to them. It might happen. It might happen, and they can celebrate when John LeBon's gone, maybe. Then there are people who watch my channel because they agree with me about certain topics, but they don't agree because they've thought about it for themselves. They haven't thought about anything. They probably haven't written anything for themselves, like done some research and written anything since high school, right? They haven't done any work, haven't thought about anything. They haven't gone against they'll join like flat earth cults and this kind of crap. They just go from the mainstream cult to these little niche cults. They're not thinking. They're like this guy over here. Oh, it was most Stanley Kubrick's. And all celebrities are transgender. Did you know that? Yeah. And Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, they don't really exist. They're CGI. Don't you know that, JLB? Seriously, that's the majority of people. In fact, that's the majority of you watching this right now, I think, yes. And there's only some people who think for themselves. Now, this is just one representation of that. Obviously, there's many other topics and there's much more to this whole discussion. But I hope I'm making my point to you that if you are one of the people who actually thinks for themselves, you've arrived at a bunch of opinions. Some of them are similar to mine. Some of them are similar to other people's. Some of them might be similar to some things in the mainstream. But they're all your own opinions that you've arrived at by your own work, by your own thinking, your own research, your own creation. You might think that all the other people parroting certain things are on the same team. They're not. They're these guys. And why would you want to be on the same team as these idiots? Now, that's enough from me. Leave your comments about all of this in the comment section below. I'll do another Late Night Truth Lounge sometime soon. And we're going to discuss, are some people destined to never really think for themselves? If you want to hear the latest Late Night Truth Lounge, that was 2 days ago, go to johnlebon.com. If you want to hear the latest Bonversation, where we talk about these topics and so much more, this is from yesterday I published this, go to bonversations.com. Go and check them out. Download or stream them via Podbean, available publicly. Thank you all for your time. And if I did offend anybody, which I'm sure I did, I want you to understand, that's not my intention. I just wish my channel had less of these people and less of these people. Because I dislike them equally, to tell you the truth. Equally, I dislike these people. I don't care if this guy is right about the moon landing being a hoax. He's an idiot. And this guy is obviously an idiot. And I would prefer my channel have 50 subscribers and my videos get 20 or 30 views if they were just these people. That's what I prefer. And in fact, that's what I think. I think there are about 20 of these people here. Maybe 50. I don't know. But the majority are these two. And good luck to these guys. God love them. God bless them. But if you're a mainstream fool, you're a fool. And if you're one of these conspiratard idiots who is right about some things, but only because you're parroting stuff, and you believe other tangential shit that's wrong, you're wasting my time. Okay? And I've had enough of it. And I want you to unsubscribe from my channel. So all of you people, please unsubscribe. You guys, you can keep hate watching me if you want. It's not healthy for you to hate watch the people, you know that. It's not healthy. You shouldn't do it. But you can stay as long as it causes any problems. And as for you guys over on this side, if you had any idea how few people there are who are actually thinking for themselves, man, it'd be a little bit isolating for you. Because right now you think, oh, there's hundreds of people. Channels like John LeBon have thousands of subscribers and they get hundreds of views and dozens of comments. And lots of those comments say stuff that you agree with, like single sentences where you agree with. If only you knew what was behind that sentence. If only you knew that the lights were on but nobody was home. There's so few people, guys. You have no idea. It's really phenomenal. That's one of the things we talk about in that last Bonversation with Reality Skeptic from Poland. Like I said, available at bonversations.com. Go and check it out. Okay, folks, leave your comments in the comment section below. And have yourselves a lovely day. Bye-bye, everybody. Ciao, ciao.
Hello there, John. This is Donald J. Trump. I just wanted to let you know your content here on johnlebon.com is just absolutely tremendous. Really, I gotta say, my wife Melania and I have been consuming hours and hours of it. We just love it. We can't get enough of it, frankly.